Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Last time on What If, Deku was reborn as a void dragon. As he did reunite with the rest of Class 1A, that they were searching for Bakugo and Todoroki. Bakugo went on ahead on his own, trying to find that nerd. And Todoroki was forced to follow suit so he doesn't get himself killed. He's trying to stop him and have him come back to the guild. As they, as Mirko get a hold of Izuku or Void, as he becomes the guide of Class 1A, unknowing that the same person they've been searching for is their guide to the voidlands. As they finally arrive at the voidlands, he he went through the cave system, met old acquaintance of his. As they travel through the Voidlands, as Void puts his hand gestures for them to stop. As Izuku notices the sandworms are circling around them. As immediately a humongous sandworm jumps out of the sand as it's heading strictly towards Izuku. As out of nowhere, Void, or Izuku, like he's been referring him as Void, he doesn't use that name anymore, Izuku. As immediately he summoned Nightingale. As immediately he swings downward, strictly in the middle of the sandworm, cutting it in half. As all the rest of the Class 1A students, the Class 1A squad, the party, sees the humongous worm on each side of them. As it's pretty big. Come this way. What about the rest of them? Don't worry. This one was only tempting his. This one was only to test out if they were able to snack on us. They'll leave us alone after that. I took down the alpha worm, so they won't be bugging us anytime soon. Remember to drink your water sparingly. The Voidlands gets quite hot. As a array of predators begin to attack the party, as they ultimately take it down pretty fast. With a whole group of them here, Izuku or Void doesn't have to do a whole lot of action. As Toga is, wondering what is her husband up to? So is Jade. What are you up to, dear? Just follow my lead, sweetheart. A scout ahead of us. He's most likely at the castle, knowing that idiot. Me and, I have a issue to deal with him. Now go, please. Fine, dear. As they both kiss Izuku and cheek as they jump off as they're wondering where are they going. Oh, they're going to scout ahead of us. My wife is a vampire, so she'll be fine. And with Jade there, they'll be good. They'll be good on their own. As they see the castle in the distance, as he tells the rest of them to follow him. Where is this dragon I keep hearing about? This is his territory. Why hasn't we seen him yet? Who knows? He might be in the castle. But that's where the footprints we. But that's where the footprints we saw. That's most likely from Bakugo and Shoto. Yep. Guess we gotta hurry. After all, would be ashamed to be it would be a shame if we got there and he was already the dragon snack. As they finally reached the castle, as Izuku could clearly hear Bakugo yelling, "Get out here, nerd! I know you're not dead. You're far too much smart for the to die. Where are you at, Deku? If you not get if you don't get out here in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna start blowing shit up." Down, Bakugo. We need to get back to the others. Shut up, Icy Hot. I don't know why you even followed me down here. Well, if I didn't, you would have died. Whatever. Deku, where the fuck are you? As the rest of the group, as Momo yells for Shoto as they get over there. What are you doing here? We had a guide us. This is Void. He's a local of the voidlands. So he's a local? As Bakugo steps up to Void. Where is he? Where's Deku? How would I know that? How would I know that? Never met a Deku before. A scrawny kid with green hair and green eyes. You can't miss him. As Bakugo starts using explosion magic, this being Bakugo. Doesn't matter what time I'm in, you never change, Kachan. As Bakugo, what did you call me? Oops, I guess I slipped out. There's only one person that calls me that. Who the fuck are you? What did you do to Deku? Me? I didn't do nothing to Deku. Or Izuku Midoriya. As everyone's eyes widen as Void walks further into the castle, as this stands in front of him in a archway. It's a big room. I've had many names throughout the years. Izuku, Midoriya, Void, Deku, or Void Dragon. As his eyes turns bright purple, as he starts to shift into his dragon form, as immediately Izuku gives out a mighty screeching roar, as a lot of them are covering their ears. What's the matter, Kachan? It looks like you've seen a ghost. Deku? Have changed, Kachan. In our old world, you had the power. But in this world, I am the top of the totem pole. And you are beneath me. You are my snack. I'm going to devour you. Slowly. As immediately Izuku breathes purple fire, blasting the Class 1A students, trying to at least, as they all get cover as Bakugo was jumped in the middle of the air. If he didn't jump, Izuku would have bit him in half. As he jumped, as Izuku chomps onto it, trying to chomp onto him. Immediately, Izuku is about to chomp as, well, Bakugo is cornered against the wall. As Izuku hovers over him, puts his snout pretty close to Izuku, pretty close to Bakugo's face, as he's about to open his mouth and chop his head off, as Momo steps in front of Izuku. Well, the dragon. As she puts her arms out, just blocking. As Izuku looks at the situation. Why are you protecting him? Elf. Izuku, is that you? Of course it's me. I go by Void now. I abandoned that name very long time ago. We've been searching for you. Well, you should have searched harder. While all of you had a pleasant life, a loving family, I was left alone for centuries to survive in the voidlands. The voidlands has forged me into what I am today. All of you look quite tasty. It's been a while since I had a proper meal. Who wants to die first? Immediately, Bakugo used some explosion magic as Izuku screams out in pain as he shakes his head as he's trying to get the cobwebs out of trying to knock out the cobwebs. As Bakugo is on the other side of the room, as Izuku turns around, as they hear a loud screeching noise coming from Izuku's mouth, Shoto tries to talk sense to Izuku, as Izuku does knock Shoto across the room using his tail, as he hits the wall, knocking him out. As Momo and Jiro try to talk in a rock, I try to talk sense to Izuku, trying to calm him down. We don't want to fight you, Izuku. Name's Void. Well, it's on the contrary, humans. You came here to kill me. After all, you're here to slay the dragon. We're your friends. Maybe once upon a time, things have changed. The old Izuku you know has been long dead. There's nothing but void left. They couldn't really react to Void's speed in his dragon form as he wrapped his tail around Bakugo as he begins squeezing. As Bakugo starts screaming out in pain. What's the matter, Bakugo? Sorry. What's the matter, Kachan? Aren't you happy to see me? Ever since we were kids, Kachan, I've always hated you. I despised you. You always had everything given to you. Everything. While I had to scratch and claw my way up. No more. If killing me make you satisfied, just don't kill the others. My. Have you gone soft on me, Kachan? And Izuku, I'm sorry what I've done. What I did when we were younger. There's no excuse for what I did. Sorry? Well, of course you're sorry because you're about to be devoured. Now enough talking. That's quite enough, dear. As everyone looks around, as they see Jade and Toga. As immediately... Why are you interfering, Toga? As they finally clicked as they're like, Toga Himiko? Oh, you remembered. Yeah, my appearance have changed. So did, my little Izuku over there. My little Izu. Now, as she walks over towards Izuku, as she places her hand on his snout, as she puts her forehead against his, please, as much as I would love to see you tear them apart, you will make more enemies than allies this way, dear. Hate it when you're right. Of course I'm right. I'm your wife. As Buck, wife? You and that crazy blonde bitch? As Izuku tightens his tail, careful how you talk to my wife. Food. Toga's right, husband. As Bucko looks at the other ladies out there, as Shoto and Bucko, he has two wives. As they're dumbfounded, as Toga tell him to release him. It's going to cause some problems if you kill them. After all, you're supposed to attend that meeting. After all, you can't go kill them. Judging by how the way that one dresses, he seems like royalty. Shoto was knocked out for a little bit, but he got back up. So yeah, he wasn't knocked out for long. Fine, dear. As Izuku releases Bakugo as he tosses him against the wall. As Izuku de-transform into his human state. Hate it when you're right, Toga. Yeah, it probably would cause problems if I eat them. Even though it's quite tempting. As everyone brought up the subject after the situation cooled down, as you have Izuku leaning against the wall, as you have Toga checking up on Izuku, so is Jade. Why do you look so different? As Momo just, spoke up. I don't know, Momo. Unlike you lot, I didn't keep my original form. It might be because I was reborn in this world as a dragon. A void dragon. The most hated type of dragon there is. At first, I hated the fact that I was a void dragon. But I slowly embraced what I am over the many years that I was stranded in the voidlands. I knew if I left the voidlands, I would be an easy target for a variety of creatures. I was far too young. I've only recently left the voidlands. Well, what do you mean, recently? I grew up here. This is my home. You've been here by yourself this whole time? Yes, of course I have. I've been around for a very long time, Momo. Very long time. I actually came across you, Jiro, a while back ago. Do you remember your mother taking a carriage through the voidlands? Yes, my mother has told me about that. Was that you who allowed us? Yes, exactly. I knew it was you, Jiro. That's why I didn't eat you at the moment I saw you. And I don't eat children. You were still a baby back then. I might be a void dragon, but I'm not a monster. As Bakugo's grumbling, as Bakugo's grumbling, As he's like, sure, act like a monster. What was that half breed? Nothing. That's what I thought. Now, Izuku, and be nice, dear. Fine, I'll be nice. Now that you found me, what do you want? We just wanted to reunite with everyone from Class 1A. For what purpose? Because we're friends. Friends. Don't make me laugh. We might have been friends back in the old world. Things have changed. I have changed. Indeed, Izuku. Void. Very well, Void. We have changed. All of us have changed. Even I have changed. As Momo walks strictly up to Izuku, face to face. I know you probably don't want to think about your life as currently, but we've all changed. I have as well. You might be a void dragon, but I know you're in there somewhere, deep down there. You're still the same old Izuku. As much as you want to deny it, you will always have that goodness in you, no matter what form you take. You're a bit roughed around the edges. Didn't realize you were married with two wives. Now that's a did not see that coming. But nevertheless, you might not see us as friends, but we got plenty of time for us to prove you wrong. Kind of hard to prove me wrong when you're here to kill me. We only picked up that quest for a excuse to find you. I know there was a void dragon calling himself Deku. We just wasn't sure if it was you or not, or if the dragon killed you and started using your name. You have changed, Momo. You're a lot more confident. Of course. I couldn't stay the same. Void. This world's a lot different from our original. It's a lot more brutal. That it is. That it is, Momo. It's been a long time, Shoto. Void. Huh. Seems like you haven't lost that chip on our shoulder yet. And by the looks of you, you're royalty. My, how things don't change. What do you mean by that? You're still the cocky little bastard. But that's what I love. That's what I liked about you. So, Void, this is my, as you know, Jade looks around. So this is my ancestry home. As everyone's confused. Yes, dear, it is. I took this castle as my den currently. Haven't been here in a while. Seems like I probably need a good repair. So what do you think? You think you'd be able to find a way to revamp this place? I don't know yet, dear. I have to go I have to do a lot of research, but I do want to bring this land back to its former glory. That I would love to see, because I've only known the voidlands to be a death sentence. I've seen many people come into the voidlands and don't survive. I would love to see greenery and plant life return to this place. Of Mina, she, not really hard, but elbows him in the ribs a little bit. Lets to get his attention. So, Izuku, how long you been married? As Mina's just teasing. See, you haven't changed, Pinky. Just smiles. And for your question, haven't been married long. Almost a few months. A few weeks. Time for dragons. It's a bit hard to judge. To judge. I should escort you out of the voidlands. Oh, and before we leave, if you tell anyone that I'm Izuku Midoriya, I'll kill you all. Understood? And that's not a threat. That's a promise. No one must know that I was once Izuku Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya died. Gone, buried, and forgotten. Remember that. Outside of that, we're cool. Except for you. I despise you as everything in my being. Bakugo Koski. Only reason your head is not separated from your body is because of my wives. They tempered my anger. But if you cross me again, half-breed, I'll kill you. And use your bones as toothpicks. Interesting. Toga. Yes, Jade? So, you two are reincarnations. Heroes. Something like that. So, those people have a bit of a history with our husband. If I'm getting the situation right. Indeed. Toga, was it? As, Momo walks over to Toga. What are you planning? I'm not planning anything, Momo. I simply want to make my Izuku happy. That is all. That's all I always wanted for him. When the last time we met, I was a bit unhinged. I still am, by the way. There's no way around that, but I've lived a decent amount of time. I've been in this world as long as my Izuku. We most likely we were reborn probably at the same time. It just took me a while to find him. As long as you keep your hands off my Izuku, I won't have to rip any of your heads off. He is mine, and Jade's alone. No one's allowed to have him. I finally have him, and I'm not going to let him go. Just considering that a warning. Well, girls, shall we? As everyone walks out of the castle, as they go through the voidlands, as they get to the cave system, as the same person that was there is not there currently, as she's doing something else. And she got a couple of food, so she caught some prey, so she's pretty much eating at the moment. They walk through the cave. Pretty much nothing happens. As they get back to the main city, as they hit to the Venture Guild, as much as this reunion has been fun and all, this is where we take our leave. As for the rest of the group, what? You're leaving so soon? Yeah, after all, I'm still technically on my honeymoon. Come on, dear. Dears? As Toga puts her arm around Izuku, and so does Jade, as... Well, I'll probably see you at the meeting. After all, Nezu has requested my presence at the meeting. Until we meet again. Until we meet again, humans, elves, half-breeds, and beastmen. Don't die. As Izuku and Togo walk off with Jade, as that's where we're going to stop it. Hope you guys have a good day. Enjoy my time zones. And catch you in the next video. Yeah, I'm a bit tired, but anyways, catch you in the next video.